Gervonta Davis comes out with big news, has a big exchange with Shakur Stevenson, and according to the analytics out there on the internet, completely steals the spotlight from Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia during their big public workouts. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. Petty in effect, petty in effect, petty in effect. All right. There are people out there that are saying Gervonta Davis, the timing of his announcement that he has a 6 to 7 fight deal with the PBC and his decision to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with Shakur Stevenson was designed to steal the thunder from Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, who are 2 days away from their fight in Brooklyn, New York at the Barclays Center for the WBC 140-pound championship. And this time I have to say, I agree, if not in intention, in effect. But before I get into it, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you so much for your continued support. It really makes a huge difference to the channel. Let's get into this, man. Oh, by the way, shout out to everybody that supports in the super thanks. It's really important to the channel. So if you do it, it's greatly appreciated. If you can't, understand. But shout out to Matty O, Barbara D, Jeff Miller, Big Mike, everybody else that does that over there. Thank you. But let's get into this because Gervonta Davis had an explosion of tweets yesterday where he was going back and forth with Shakur Stevenson about fighting one another. And in it, he said he's got before that, he said he has 6 to 7 fight in this 6 to 7 fight run. He is going to prove that he's the best fighter in boxing. 6 to 7 fights. So he says in another tweet that he's got a 6 or 7 fight contract, right? Don't know why it would be 6 versus why it would be 7. But it seems like Amazon Prime is putting out some money and locking down Gervonta Davis for a while. So if you want to fight Gervonta Davis, you're going to have to go to Amazon Prime. You're going to have to go to Amazon Prime to do it. Now, the timing of it was interesting because it all took place. It all took place around the same time that there was public workouts for the fight with Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. And man, if you didn't see that, Devin looked sharp. Devin looked like he's ready to go. Ain't no other way to describe Ryan Garcia than Ryan Garcia looked a little bit manic. He looked a little bit out of control. But regardless, everybody knows, if you don't know, let me tell you, that there's really been an issue with the ticket sales and the interest in that fight. So pushing up on the last week and the last few days is when a lot of people buy tickets for fights when they're in the same city, because the prices, if there's ever a time when the price is going to go down, the price is going to go down over the last, in the last couple of days, right? So having this amount of exposure, and I'm going to have to show you this on my screen. I might put it up on a graphic, but look at this here. I don't know if you can see that. I'll probably wind up putting it on a graphic, but it says this is the YouTube trending or Twitter trending, which is of the amount of posts and people talking about fights. You had Ryan Garcia had 5,930 posts about him. Meanwhile, Gervonta Davis had 53,100 posts about him. And Shakur Stevenson had 5,228 posts about him. So if you look at the combination of Gervonta Davis and Tank, just in this particular little sliver of analysis, you get roughly 58,400 posts, separate posts. Meanwhile, you're just under 6,000 for Ryan Garcia. Let's say that Devin Haney gets just give Devin Haney another 10,000, even though I doubt people are posting more about Devin than Ryan. You give him 15,000, man, you're a long way off as far as who's dominating that conversation that was taking place yesterday on social media. So, of course, Floyd Mayweather Jr., has a reputation for doing things like this. Matter of fact, people would say there were people that actually predicted that that Floyd Mayweather Jr. will be announcing his next exhibition fight on Friday, like right leading into this fight to try to take some of the attention away from Devin's fight. Well, Tank did it. And I can't tell you whether or not it was, I don't think that it was I think it was organic, because the first text came where somebody asked him and said, hey, what do you think about Abdullah Mason? And Gervonta said, yeah, he's a good guy. Give him a chance to grow. But over these next 6-7 fights, I'm going to show everybody, that there's nobody my skill level. Then they talked about, well, fight Shakur. And then he kind of went in, and they just kind of went in between the two of them. So from what I saw, it started organically, but still, it tells you something about the popularity of these fighters. Now, people are going to say, and I find it mighty funny, why do we need to talk? Why are pay-per-view buys and why are ticket sales important? Well, pay-per-view buys and ticket sales are important because Devin Haney brought him up and Ryan Garcia brought him up. And they brought him up while they're trying to prop themselves up above Gervonta Davis and claim, well, specifically Devin Haney tries to claim that he's the face of boxing. In some man, I have no idea what should you call it? Dude, it's insane. Like it's that declaration is insane. Like, you have Ryan Garcia that's running around saying all kind of stuff about Illuminati and the elites and all of that stuff. He's going around doing all of that stuff. But then you have and looking like he's not training. Then you have Devin Haney running around saying he's the face of boxing. So look, man, this fake it till you make it culture, man, that's going on with Devin Haney's fans, this fake it till you make it stuff that's going on with Ryan Garcia. These guys, if they just would have promoted this fight and had it just be a good fight between two good up and coming champions, or one champion and a fighter that, has a certain amount of appeal to himself, I think it would be cool. And you wouldn't be talking about pay-per-view numbers and ticket sales and all that. But there's no way this thing is going to perform well. Absolutely not. And it's of their making. Maybe, though, just a little bit. Gervonta may have stole a little of the interest away from that conversation. But hey, man, if you were willing to buy the tickets, man, it's Thursday. This fight is the day after tomorrow. If I guarantee I go look at these tickets and see how these tickets are selling, and I'll do it right in the middle of this live stream. Right, and not this live stream, in the middle of this video. We'll see how many tickets have sold. Only 101 tickets have been sold in the last day. And they have 1,843 new tickets added. This is just on StubHub. Man, this thing, you got the ticket prices dropping down to $128, $131. Man, these ticket prices ain't touching $150. These things in the beginning were up there by $450. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.